Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. You can't make shit up. I mean, if this is not a diversion, I don't know what it is. But you know what? It's gonna work. It's gonna work because they did it before and it worked. Because we have this big mass of people among us who are below 86 IQ. And you give these guys anything, and if they, even if they, I mean, they're gonna eat anything you give them as an information, but they believe everything. Now, and it's another thing, they have a very short attention span, like 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, they're done. They forgot what you told them. That's why these guys repeat certain things over and over again, the same lies or whatever, misinformation, just to keep these guys, oh yeah, oh yeah, like that. So what's going on here? Do you remember the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipelines that were sabotaged by we don't know who? And it's a lack of interest to find out who, because the investigations are still ongoing. In the past, they've been ongoing for the past 5 months. September, October, November, December, January, February. So it's about 5 months. And it's ongoing investigation. We don't know who did it. Guess what? Now the Dutch, the Netherlands, other weasels, very, very active with big mouth. The same as the Baltic states. Small, wealthy somehow. Well, weren't they, how do you call these countries that had colonies? Oh yeah, they were. So, okay, makes sense, right? I'm just jumping on that wagon right now, even though I have a different opinion on the colonialism. But anyway, I'm going to use it now because they're somehow Denmark, the Netherlands, they are wealthy. Okay, good for them. The problem is if they would face Russia, they will be done in 3 hours and a half. But because Russia cannot get to them, they talk. That's fine. And now they come out and they point the finger at Russia and accuse Russia of wanting to sabotage their infrastructure in the North Sea, I think, or by their shore. Let's see what this article is saying. Unbelievable, huh? Russia targets Netherlands North Sea infrastructure, says Dutch intelligence agency. First, I don't believe anything that comes with from where you say a country's intelligence for me means zero, or on the contrary, means my guard is up in the air, if you know what I mean. Let me show you something. When you fight, it depends what kind of fight you do. You keep your guard here, you keep it up, you don't keep it here. So the higher, the better, you know what I mean? Now, with these guys, I keep my guard right here. That's why I keep it. So that's how like that. Yeah, they tell us the Russians want to sabotage. Look here. The Hague. Russia has in recent months tried to gain intelligence to sabotage critical infrastructure in Dutch part of the North Sea. Dutch Military Intelligence Agency, MIVD, NKVD, said on Monday. Jesus Christ. So, they know these guys are going to sabotage. How about Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2? Anything? Any news on that? Hey, Reuters, hello? No, obviously not. Everybody's like, beep, zero, dead. A Russian ship, has been detected at an offshore wind farm in the North Sea as it tried to map out energy infrastructure. Now, wait a second. Doesn't make sense. So the Russians are sending a ship that these guys can see, can detect. How come nobody detected the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2? It must not have been the Russians, since they didn't send any ships over there. So someone smarter than that used no ships, because Russians are dumb, and they say, hey, do you think they're going to see us? Ivan, I don't think so, Sergei. Why don't you ask Vladimir? I don't know, Vladimir. Let's see. How did they do it at Nord Stream? I don't know, man. But those were good, man. They were professionals. I think that's how the conversation goes among these guys with their intelligence, collecting intelligence, or the wind farm. What are they going to do? Destroy one of the windmills? Or they're going to be like Don Quixote? Unbelievable, man. But I told you, man, we have a big mass of people who don't ask questions about that. A Russian ship, has been detected. The vessel was escorted out of the North Sea by Dutch Marine and Coast Guard ships before any sabotage efforts could become successful. Ay, damn, pula, man. We saw in recent months, I'm quoting, actors, what actors? Russian actors, my bad, tried to uncover how the energy system works in North Sea. It is the first time we have seen this. Of course, because Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 just occurred about 5 months ago, so we have to draw attention to this bullshit. Russia is mapping how our wind parks in the North Sea function. Why? You just send a few missiles and it's all done. That's the Russian way. Don't have to go, don't have to drop, people under the water, plant explosives, go and detonate them after a few months. You don't have to do that. You just send a missile and you wiped up everything over there. Anyway, Dutch intelligence, ooh, must be true. Agency MKVD, that's how I'm going to call it, and AIDVD, in a joint report published on Monday, said critical offshore infrastructure such as internet cables, gas pipes, and windmill farms had become the target of Russian sabotage activities. Well, okay, all right. Russia is secretly charting this infrastructure. It's not secret if you found out already. Is undertaking activities which indicate preparations for disruption and sabotage. Well, find out who did the Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2, and then we're talking. Until the covert threats by Russia to water and energy supplies in the Netherlands were also convincible. Maybe that ship was not Russian. The Netherlands said on Saturday it would expel an undisclosed number of Russian diplomats as it accused Russia of continuously bringing in spies under diplomatic cover. That is basic. Okay? Bringing spies under diplomatic cover is done by each and every normal country. Okay? It also ordered Russia to close its trade mission in Amsterdam and said it would shut down the Dutch consulate in St. Petersburg. Very good. Go home, Mr. Cantona, if you're familiar with English soccer. Cantona was a French player who played in the Premier League in Great Britain, and he played at Manchester United. And he was a very aggressive guy. He was very talented. He was a good football player. And at one point, I don't know if you ever saw British stadiums, because those guys are civilized. They don't have, yes, they're civilized. They don't have, big ditches or big fences that keep the rubble, the public out from the football players, because they're civilized. They're not going to invade and start strangling the soccer players or the football players. It's just a few old ladies and some people over there that stay over there in case something happens. But if you want to get on the pitch, you just jump over the commercials and you're in. Okay, but those guys are civilized. I don't know how things change now, but I haven't seen that. Anyway, so Cantona, play with whomever, against whatever, and someone did not give him a ball or something, or someone was like, you can see him in the newspaper. The guy was like, and Cantona, lost it and jumped like a Yoko Tobigeri with both legs to kick the guy, started fighting the guy, Cantona jumped over the commercials on the side of the pitch and started fighting the guy from the public who was like, and then when the guy was interviewed, so why do you think Mr. Cantona reacted like this? I don't know, I just told him, go home, Mr. Cantona, and you can see him. The same here. Just go home from St. Petersburg, Mr. Dutch. Yeah, go home. All right, man. Yeah, these guys are ready to sabotage. I think it's a distraction. I'm not saying the Russians are not doing something like this. They do, and I'm pretty sure that everybody does it to everybody. It's just the timing, It's like a button. Hey, say about infrastructure, maritime infrastructure, Russia. Why wasn't it, I don't know, somewhere inside the territory of the continental Europe? It was on the North Sea or whatever that sea was. North Sea? What was that? I put my freaking glasses. Where is it? North Sea, yeah, in the North Sea. So how come, just to take our brain, so the Russians are conducting intelligence so they can sabotage. That sounds familiar. What happened? Because I had only 3 minutes of attention span. What happened? Boop, 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 boop. Ah, Nord Stream, yes, look, Reuters told me. Oh, CNBC said. Oh, yeah. ABC said it. Okay, Ukrainska Pravda too. Must be true. Yeah, okay. Doesn't work with me or with you. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.